Hi Zoe, hi YouTube friends. Right, I've popped on today to do a colour and chat even, not a trat. And I bet Tracy, you're going, yay, at last! Tracy has been politely nagging for me to do another colour and chat. So here you go, just for you. So we're going to do in Cowboy and Indians by Deborah Muller, because my theme for November is doing autumn, Thanksgiving and Day of the Dead. So this is going to be for the Indians Thanksgiving, and I have picked this lovely Indian girl here. And we're gonna colour her, and she seems like quite easy and not too intricate for me trying to talk and to colour at the same time. So it's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy, isn't it? Okay, and what I'm going to natter about is my YouTube journey. So to start us off, I'm going to start with her hair, and I'm going to do it correctly so she would have dark hair, but I'm not going to go too dark. So I'm actually just going to start with the 95 burnt sienna, and this is a touch new marker. And to contrast, I'm doing the shading in chestnut brown, also a touch new. And we're going to hope they don't run out, because all my markers seem to be dying of late. Oh yeah, I've put up my end of month colouring, hence I'm not doing any more Halloween. We are the day before Halloween, just to be truthful, but I'm over Halloween. I'm over Halloween and pumpkins. I've started on November, so once the video, the video is up for my end of month colourings, that's it for the end of the month. But I didn't show. Look at all the pens that have died this month. I mean, that's tons, isn't it? It's like, I'm going to have to take out shares in markers. Okay, so let's start here. Okay, so I started on YouTube 4 years ago. Oh, this isn't not boding well already. This already feels like quite dry. Oh no! See if the other end's any better. Oh, it's a bit juicier the other end. Okay, we're not going to go with the chisel tip then. Okay, so I started 4 years ago, and you might wonder why at the beginning of my videos I always go, "Hello Zoe, hi YouTube friends." It's because I started YouTube for my friend Zoe. Now I met her on Facebook, on the Junk Journals site, and I had asked for if anybody wanted to send happy mail to each other, not anything that cost anything, so it wasn't sending expensive things. It was only just like if you had it or made it, or that sort of thing. And I preferably wanted somebody in America, because a bit more interesting than England, isn't it? And 2 people answered. One lady, because there was just 2 of them, I only really wanted one, but because there was 2, I thought, I didn't want to leave anybody out, so I agreed to both of them. One was another lady and one was Zoe. Zoe caught my attention because she put, because I had wrote that in my happy mail I probably wouldn't be sending like letters or anything, because I'm dyslexic and writing is not my strong point. This pen is actually going to die. It's already dying. Hold that thought with Zoe. Right, okay, I'm going to have to go in with something else, and we're going to go over the top. Let's see what the natural oak looks like. Bit too light. Right, let's see what chestnut brown in that looks like. Okay, we're going to go darker. We're going to go with the Stationery Island chestnut brown, and we're just going to go over the top of it so that we bring, there you go. So she's going to have pretty dark hair, but hey ho, this is a lot juicier, so can't be running out. No. Anyway, where did we get to? Oh, Zoe had, yeah, because I'm dyslexic, so I wouldn't have been writing, like, long letters. We literally would have just been sending, like, arty crafty things that we had drawn or coloured or whatever to each other. And she had put, oh, dyslexia rules, KO, or something along those lines, and I thought that was really amusing. But she had actually done it, like, properly dyslexia, put it back to front, but I thought she was being, like, sarcastic. Anyway, the other woman didn't last very long. I sent her a happy mail, she sent me one, I sent her another one, and then I never heard from her ever again. So, but Zoe was, she was a keeper. We, every month, sent each other, like, happy mail, like, might send some stickers, or, you know, something we've made, and we did ourselves little challenges, like little photo challenge. Like one month, it was like spring, and it was to do, you know, do some, like, so you had to, like, take a picture of something like yellow, or take a picture of something that's fuzzy, that sort of thing, you know. So we did these challenges, and then either I didn't know, or it wasn't invented, but Facebook didn't have Video Messenger at that point. So I started doing YouTube so that I could show and tell what I was doing. And because I had started with, I discovered YouTube, and then I discovered D.D. Willingham, like everybody does. Everybody discovers D.D. Willingham. If you haven't discovered D.D. Willingham, what are you doing on YouTube? You're doing it wrong. You are doing YouTube wrong. Now, she does everything artsy crafty that you'd ever want to do in your life. Yep, colouring too. All of it. And she's very inspirational, and she actually gets all your creative juices flowing, and you think, God, yes, I've got to do some of this. So I've been doing bits and bobs, wanted to show Zoe what I've been doing, so started a YouTube channel, and it went on from there. So if you scroll back like 4 years, you'll see that I've done like NMAS journals, or I even have a my colouring book collection, which was very little at that point. And yeah, so colouring book collection, and ATCs, and you name it, all artsy crafty, collage journals, all of it. Then I discovered journaling, and I discovered like Fibonacci. And Fibonacci, if you don't know, is a Hobonichi, which is a style of journaling, and you get a special book for it. But Fibonacci is the fake version of it, because you can do it in any book. And because Hobonichis are very, very expensive, and I believe they come from Japan or somewhere. So, you know. Okay, so I've done the main bit there, and as you see, because this is a really juicy pen, because this is one of the new ones that Zoe just got me, I didn't have to worry about doing all the doing its circles, or like you know, I could just colour, because it's really wet, so it would just blend in. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to do the more intricate ones, like close to her face, with the bullet end rather than the chisel. Okay, where did I get to? So, Dee, and yeah, problem is when you chat about two things, you get your trail of thought, don't you? Oh yeah, journaling. So yeah, I did my journaling videos, and I'd put one up once a week. If you scroll back, you'll see there's absolutely tons of those. And I had my own style. Like, I didn't buy a journal. I'd usually get like a cookbook, take pages out, and then I put collage in to explain my week. So say like we had a roast chicken dinner, I'd be finding a picture of a roast chicken dinner in magazines, and I do a little magazine harvesting, which is basically you sit with a load of magazines and cut out all the pictures you like, and then, you know, you use the pictures. Now I still do that now, not like loads, because I still journal now, but yeah, I use pictures to explain things when I don't want to write. So it's quite good, because some magazines, they have like, they might like have a woman and she like looks distressed, and so you can use that. Or, you know, they might have, I don't know, easy things like picture of a beach, and you went to the beach that day, so you put the beach picture in, that sort of thing. So you do it like, it's like a collage journal. And then I did that for a really, really long time, every week. And then I had a miserable time, because unfortunately one of my friends that I've been friends with since childhood died. And then my uncle, like literally the next week, my uncle died as well. And so it wasn't anything I really wanted to put in my journal, and not anything I really wanted to talk about on YouTube. I mean, I'm fine now because it was years ago. So I had like a little break from doing my journal YouTube videos, and I had like quite a large following, so I know I must have like, people must have thought, oh, she's disappeared off the face of the earth, but I just sort of couldn't cope with it. And then I suffer from anxiety as well, so my anxiety had kicked in and was telling me that, you know, you're sharing too much with YouTube, too much information type thing. And so I just sort of stopped from doing that. I still watched all my people on YouTube, all the people I like to follow and everything, but I sort of had like a bit of a break away from it. Then with the whole COVID thing, we've got back, well, I've got back into, I've always done colouring all the way along, but I got really into colouring again, like I think we all have. And so I've just been doing my end of month colouring videos, and maybe just like a few little extra ones like this one, or maybe like showing a book. So I don't really do a lot. YouTube was never to get like get millions of subscribers and, you know, and make it like a really popular channel and do all that. That wasn't what it was for. It was to show things to Zoe, and Zoe and I are still really, really, really close friends. So like, she still watches anything I stick up when she remembers. Hi Zoe. And it's a comforting thing for her as well, because I'm not there. She lives in Texas, I live in England. So, you know, I'm there nattering away. She can have me, you know, nattering in the background while she's doing whatever she's doing. So, you know, it's nice for her. Traumatising for some people, I'd imagine, but nice for her. Yeah, so her hair is like going right up to like her neck. She's got like the skinniest neck ever, hasn't she? She reminds me of like when like you see those like African tribes, and they've got all the things around their neck, like to make their necks really elongated. That's what she looks like. But then I don't think they do that like American Indians. I wouldn't have thought so. But hey ho. I'm gonna colour these bits in here as well down the back. So hope you're enjoying all the brown I'm doing. We've got to get on to interesting colours in a minute. So yeah, and it's just been posting up little bits here and there. So that's my YouTube voyage so far. I've noticed that I've got 800 subscribers, so hello to all my newbies if you're watching. As I said, it wasn't to, you know, build the channel and make it massive. I was actually surprised when, you know, I started getting subscribers. And then Shannon Green, she did a video that was, she was saying about channels that people hadn't discovered, and that they were really good and people should check them out, and why didn't they have like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. And so she actually listed my one in there. So overnight, and this was like a while, this was a couple of years ago, my subscribers went from something, I think I probably had like 200, and they went up to like 600 in like one night. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm not sure how many of these people actually watch the videos, but it did bolt up, which was like, oh wow. Yeah, because I don't put loads of content out there, and because I'm a bit of a lazy YouTuber, I don't, you know, I don't link everything, and I don't do, you know, that, you know, like, I mean, if you watch like some of the really good YouTubers like Danny Buttons and Anne Colourful Life, they it says they hand over everything. I'm just chatting away here. They like do it all properly, don't they? So they like, you know, put all the links in and, you know, mention all the people and put all their things down there. I'm afraid I'm a bit of a lazy subscriber, but as I said, I'm not trying to build this channel, I'm just playing at it. So there we go. So she's done there with her lovely dark hair. Now I will find a really dark one to obviously put the lights in. If not, I will be using my jelly roll to give her highlights. I haven't done these because I want to put a different colour in there. So we're going to move on. I'm going to do all the base colouring first of all before I put any shading in. What we up? 16 minutes already. Right. So I probably won't get the whole picture done, as you know, because it's only 30 minutes I get on my camera. Let's do a little bit of a beadwork. Now I already picked some out, so I'm going to do orange, baby blue and pale purple. Really enjoying these Stationery Island. If you're in the UK, these are a very good buy if you can find them. They sort of go on and off sale, but you know, look out for them. I think I've said before that in America, I think your equivalent may be parkour. So, because they look very similar. Right, so I'm going to do every other orange. So yes, so that was my YouTube channel. And I really thought that that would last the whole of the chatting thing. So it didn't. So now we'll find something else to talk about. So I'm going to balance that there so that it's... Don't you find it annoying in some books? Hopefully this is going to be alright with Mrs. Muller. See if she's done it balanced. When you're doing something like this and they haven't got the same number on each side, and so then it's uneven and you're like, oh, that's annoying. Do you find that? Have you had that in colouring books? I have, quite a few. Oh look, good woman, she's done it properly. We like her. So keep the orange. My darker colour for the orange is going to be the watermelon. Does that say watermelon? I think it's run off. No, it says vermilion. No, maybe it just says, I don't know. It says that. Can you see that? Because even the camera's going, that's fuzzy. My eyesight says it's fuzzy too. So it's number 14. I'm going to do that and just wait for that to little dry off a bit. Right, so I'm going to go in with the blue now. 76. Yeah, so what's been happening to me lately? So this year I haven't done a lot because, well, we all haven't done a lot, have we? Because there's been a virus. So we've all been staying, well, I've been staying inside mainly. I generally go to my week is basically Monday I clean, and I do the meal plan for the week, and then we go to Lidl's and Morrison's and do the shopping. That's exciting, isn't it? So do the food shop for the week, and also meal plan, as I said, for the week, because I love a bit of OCD, and no uncommon, I do actually have OCD. It's part of the lovely anxiety. So I'm going to do these little bubbles purple. So yeah, I have to have everything in order, hence I clean on Monday, so that sets me up for the week. The house is fine, I do my meal plan, I know what we're eating for the week, and then I go shop for it. So that's every Monday. Tuesday is a me day-ish. I generally catch up on all the washing from the weekend, and so that is like a good couple of loads because I live in the house with 2 grubby boys. Well, one's a man and one's a boy. One's a man, but he technically is a boy too, because you know what men are like. So okay, we're gonna go back and use the dark over to put the shading in here. And so I catch up on washing, and I might do a bit of colouring and any other housework that needs to be done. So I'm just going around it like a little, you know, I'm block colouring. As you know, that's the way I do it, and it's becoming very popular. I've seen a few people like on Facebook now that are like, oh, I really like that, gonna try that. And obviously a few of you lovely sometimes if it's like, if you go all the way around and then you're taking the light out, which is kind of pointless, I only do sort of halfway round, so you've still got a bit of the light colour there. Because if you're obviously going to do a square and you're going to take the whole light out, then you might as well just coloured it in the dark colour in the first place. So yeah, just going round. So yeah, it's becoming a popular, I've started a trend. Then Wednesday is a free-ish day as well. All of these days, my lovely buddy colourist that lives in Canada, Amanda, hi Amanda, she will message me every day. She is without fail message me. She is like, so lovely. I get a good morning. Well, I get a good day actually, because it's my lunchtime and her morning, so I get a good day every day. And she's usually saying, what should we colour, or what have you bought, or you know, something along those lines, and I generally chat to her every single day. Wednesday I might try and do a colour with her, or you know, general colour, or if I've got things to do, like I need to go down to the village and like pay the rent in. Right, I'm just going to get a dark contrasting colour for the blue, so I'm using the 64 to go do the squares around there. I'll go into the village if I've got to get like birthday presents, Christmas presents, that sort of thing, which is what you're doing at this time of year, then that'd be, you know, I'll go out. But I generally don't really want to go out at the moment. Not that I'm particularly scared of the virus, it's just, it's not like a great environment out there at the moment, so I'm just not interested in going out. Then Thursday, I usually get a down day because I know I'm going to work on Thursday night. Friday is better because I know I've got Saturday off, so I go to work on Friday, and then Saturday is my like proper day off. And I know that obviously I don't work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but Saturday is my proper day off. I don't clean anything. Like, I do chores every morning, which involve every single morning apart from Saturday, which involve me like, let's get another colour so I'm not just babbling away at you. Right, so I need a purple here so I can go around the bubbles. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. So every day I wipe around the kitchen, like properly wipe around the kitchen. I do the kitchen, like sweep the kitchen floor. I go in the living room, I flip the sofas, I go around with dustpan and brochure because it's a carpet in there, but like there's usually bits, so I go get those. Wipe the 2 coffee tables in there, fold up any washing that I've done the day before, put on new washing, you know, so I'm always busy. I'm getting to the end of it here, and I'm just going to mention before we die, we're at 24, so I've got 6 minutes, so let's have a see. what should we colour next? Should we get one of these big feathers sorted? If you like, I can come back and do a part 2 and we can carry on with this when I work out what else we can what I can talk about. So I'm just going to go in and do the whole thing in this sort of like, it's turquoise blue, because I want this one, the one on the front, to be this colour. So I'm going to do something with this, that I'm going to do lights and darks. So yeah, we will have to probably come back for this one unless I can fit it in. Anyway, rambling away. So at the beginning of lockdown I did a few drawings and I coloured them in myself, and I think they're pretty good, like they're okay. So I have shown them before, but you might not have seen them. Obviously, if you don't watch all my videos, you might not have. And I was sort of like asking on my other video if like I had these, would like people be interested in a colouring book, and quite a lot of people said yes they would. And I'm a bit lazy to do, but I'm gonna get my bottom in gear and, you know, be motivated and get this sorted. Now my husband said that he would like help with, I'm gonna do that one and that one as well. He would help me with getting it all up onto, because you can make a colouring book on Amazon. So using our lovely CreateSpace paper. Sorry people, it's going to be CreateSpace, but that's how you got to do it, because I'm not paying out for publishing. So but we all know the tricks around it. You can always get it and like photocopy it onto better paper, or, you know, do whatever you want to do. But yeah, so I'll just do these 2 leaves, and then I'll just show you the pictures again that I've already done and coloured in. Now of course I've got to draw them again because they're coloured in and I need them not to be coloured in. But my husband has bought me, and it's coming from Amazon, a light box so that I can adjust things, because I want to do a bit of I will be changing them up a bit, because some of the eyes I'm not very happy with. So it helped me, like when I've drawn like a whole thing, if I want to change something, I can obviously then trace the bits I like and then redraw in the bits I wanted to change. So my style is, I wouldn't say like Deborah Muller, but it is sort of cartoony, so it's not real people style, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and I'll show you now. So just get these. There we go. So we've made a good start on her. I think we can come back to her at some point if you want. Do a part 2 like I did with the other one. Alright, so I'm going to move her over. Say bye-bye. Okay, so before I show you my colouring book pages, I'm just going to let you know that we're going to carry on with the colouring, because my camera died. I didn't finish it properly, and my husband said, oh, just do another video, I'll splice them together. So if you hold on while I just show you these very quickly, we'll carry on with our lovely Indian colouring. Anyway, quickly on, just take these out, just give you a quick show. So I've drawn these. I've got 5 so far. I believe you need about 30 for a colouring book, so yeah, it's going to be a project. So these are like fan art based. So as you can see, this is like Alice, and then I've done the Cheshire Cat as a tea mug. So going with the theme, eat me cookie, drink me thingy, so on and so forth. So there's that one. Then I've got mermaid, crab, no copyright names here, and then like the timer and fork for brushing hair, that sort of thing. Oh, and the little butterfly that in the bubble, if you've seen that one. And then this one, Cinderella inspired, 2 ugly sisters, pumpkin, mop, mud, you know, 'cause she's cleaning up the dirt, and needle and thread and stuff. Rapunzel. And see, this is based off New Rapunzel, with the big frying pan and the lanterns and like the little scene and stuff, and her little lizard thing. And then Snow White and the very naughty 7 dwarfs, or ugly dwarfs here, and the big apple and the mirror and whatnot. So yeah, there's those, and I'm going to try and knuckle down and get a colouring book done. Okay, moving back over. Let's find the page. Okay, right, so we were just on these leaves here. I actually picked out some colours to do here. So I did it in the turquoise, the one in the middle. So I've picked a lighter shade and a darker shade. And we're going to make these look a little bit more shaded in and a bit more interesting. So let's just move my backing page so we don't get in a pickle. My camera's in a slightly different angle, can you tell? It's gone up a bit. Okay, so for a start we're just going to go around the outsides and do our bit of block shading. So what we're going to chat about now. Right, I just want to do a disclaimer. I know you're meant to do this at the beginning. This is not for children, so if you're a child you need to go now. Bye bye. Just because the next thing I'm going to talk about is not for children. I do always click the button that says not for children, so I hope that helps. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about some drama that I've had the last couple of weeks at work. Okay, so I think it's about maybe a month ago now, on a Friday night, we had 3 sort of drunky druggies come in. Now the thing is, with this the curfew, we've all got to shut at 10 o'clock now, and obviously so do the pubs. And so I think the drunky druggies have decided that this is a challenge and we must now get drunk or off our faces very much quicker. So they're doing it earlier in the night now. Anyway, so it was probably only about 8 o'clock, and 3 of them wandered in. 2 men and a woman. The woman, she parked herself on our windowsill. We haven't got any seats in our... I work in a Chinese takeaway. I'm front of house, if you didn't know that. I am the token English person. So yeah, she come and parked herself on our windowsill because we've taken all our seats out because obviously no one's allowed to be inside now, and you obviously got to wear your masks and all that sort of thing. So she parked herself with her bottle of wine on our windowsill. We'd be nice to her and say it was a lovely bottle of Chardonnay. It probably wasn't. It was probably a Asda Value Own, but we'll be nice to her, shall we? Anyway, she parked herself, and I haven't done the others. And one of the blokes came up to the counter. Now he looked like he'd been in a fight, and he had like a bleeding ear, and he looked a mess actually. And he was leaning all over a counter. Now none of these people were wearing masks. And he's like mumbling that he wants us to change like his £10 note into 2 fivers. Now, I've worked there for 11 years and I know that this is code for I would like to buy some drugs and they cost £5 exactly, and the drug dealers will not give me change, so I need £5 exactly. And obviously we do not condone this, so we do not give them 2 fivers for their tenner. We don't open the till as well randomly like that, because that's you know, a safety aspect as well. So we're obviously saying to him, nope, you need to get out of the shop and you're not wearing a mask, so you know, if you're not going to order anything, you need to go. So, and also, like, I haven't got very big balls, so being a woman, but my colleague, she has big balls, so she was yelling at them to get out the shop because they wasn't wearing a mask, and she managed to herd them out with her voice. The other guy, yeah, he was just loitering in the doorway, but she managed to get them all outside just by yelling, because we were not going around the other side of the counter. Believe me, we're not going anywhere near them. Anyway, so they're outside. The next thing we know, an ambulance turns up. We're thinking, okay, this is a bit odd. Anyway, so this ambulance turns up, and the ambulance man and woman get out of the ambulance, funny enough, and then we've got big glass windows, and it was a bit like a telly show. Actually, we spent a good hour just watching like the ambulance people in between serving customers, and of course the customers were very interested in it all as well. Just watching them trying to herd these drunky druggy people. One of them decided that he might like to walk in the middle of the road in front of a double-decker bus. Double-decker bus luckily stopped. The lady, she decided she might like to make a break for it, from like run away from the ambulance people, but she ran head pout into our door. Our doors are really heavy, they're like fire doors, and she just ran head pout into it. Bottle of Chardonnay flew up into the air and smashed. Oh, gutting, eh? They picked her up off the floor and was talking to her and whatnot. And we found out later, when we actually talked to the ambulance people, that they were waiting for the police to come, but because they got carer duty, they had to stay around and make sure that, they didn't, walk into oncoming traffic and stuff, which they were trying to do. Right, then do these one. I think I might do choices. I'm going to do this pink, but do I do alternate or that? I'm going to go with alternate. So we're going to do that one and that one. Okay, decision made. Anyway, so the police eventually came and they took 2 of them, which was a bit odd, and left 1, but we thought it might have been a ratio thing, like, 'cause there was 2 police officers, so maybe they could only take 2 druggies. Anyway, they took 2 off, and the other one sort of disappeared for a bit. And then the ambulance staff, they came in, and they'd dragged them out the shop for us a couple of times, which, was really kind of them, because they kept trying to come back in the shop. So they come in, and the ambulance men said that he could just have some sweet and sour sauce and chips. And so my colleague said, no, that's fine. You have what you want. Pick a meal, whatever you want, and some drinks for you and your colleague, and you can just have that on the house for like all the trouble that you've just gone through. And he was really lovely. He was like, oh no, I can't do that. And we're like, yes, you can. You've just had to deal with all that, and you have dragged them out the shop a few times for us, so we'll give you a free meal. So he was all happy with that one. Bit later on though, like when everybody had gone, the one that they'd left behind kept coming in the shop again. And in the end, I just had to lock the doors. It was getting ridiculous. Because he'd come in and he was completely incoherent. You couldn't understand what he was saying at all. Absolutely off his face. So I locked the doors. Anyway, the next week I hear, because that was a Friday, the next week I hear that on the Monday when my colleague works, that a man had come in and the driver had spotted that he had a knife behind his back. And she had said to him, because he was like really off his face as well, that, you need to put that knife down. You can't be in here with a knife. And he'd luckily put the knife on the counter, and then my colleague had taken the knife and had put it through to the kitchen. But they still couldn't get rid of him out the shop. He was like staying there and just making a nuisance of himself and scaring the customers, but they just couldn't get him out. Eventually they did manage, all the drivers sort of like ganged up and said, like, you need to get out, not touching him or anything, just you need to get out. So he did go outside, but then he went round the back of the shop and managed to get in the kitchen because he wanted to get his knife back. And obviously there's quite a lot of people in the kitchen because there's, you know, all the chefs and the people at pack. And they were like, you know, get out, you need to get out. And then he went in our stock rooms and was hiding in the stock rooms. So anyway, they called the police. And the police came and took him away. Oh, goodness. But one of the drivers was going to have to make a, you know, because this bloke, he was in trouble with the police for quite a lot of things. And not just that, apparently we heard as well that he'd broke into a little old man's house and the man was asleep, and he woke up and got up and he said, if you don't get back in your bed, I'm going to stab you. So, you know, he's not a nice bloke, definitely not a nice bloke. And obviously my colleague was really scared, and I was thinking, oh, I don't want to go to work, you know, I do not fancy going into work, because my next day would have been Thursday. I was like, yeah, not feeling this at all. So our driver made a statement and was obviously in touch with the police. The next thing we know, Thursday daytime, the police phone my driver up and say that he's dead. And you know, you don't have to be scared anymore, and obviously you don't have to go to court to, you know, testify against him, because he's died. He was found in the, well, we've got a little, it's like a little mal, a little tiny mal. So he's found in the toilets of there, and with 2 hypodermic needles stuck out of his arm, and he'd overdosed himself. So yeah, drama type thing. And obviously I don't wish anybody dead, that's, you know, that's not nice type thing. But I must say I was quite relieved when, you know, I was going into work thinking, oh, at least he's not going to turn up and, you know, be a nightmare or bring a knife or anything like that. So yeah, that is all the drama that has been happening at work lately. I mean that is literally, I mean, I won't say excitement because, you know, it's not fun or anything, but that is literally the only, excuse me saying that, excitement I've had this year, because or anything that's interesting, because as I said before, we've just been staying inside, not doing anything really. I'm gonna get, this seems to be not running very well, this number 6. So yeah, dun dun dun. So I hope all your lives are less eventful than that. And it's been like really really just normal now at work, which I'm glad of. I cannot deal with that type of thing going on. There you go. So, has anybody started Christmas shopping? I thought that I might get some, that's a change of pace, wasn't it? Let's bring it back upbeat again. Yay! I thought I might try, well, I'm trying to get some of the Christmas shopping out the way, just, you know, just in case we go back into lockdown and again. So I thought, yeah, we'll try and get a bit. So I have actually been out this week, only to 2 shops though, and I went with my friend because she drives, and I wouldn't have been normally able to get to these places because I don't drive, so I'm limited to the shops that are around me that I can walk to. I have a few here, so there's like a Matalan's, which is a clothing shop, and like house things, and there's a Morrison's, which is a supermarket. Right, I wonder if this, no, it won't show up. So no, I'll just stick with the two shades then. I've gone over a little bit on this, so I'm just going to touch that up with the black. See if I've gone over anywhere else. Yeah. Sort of like not finished the feathers on the ends there, so I'm just having a little tidy up. Not that it matters, because probably the colour behind would have took that out. Yeah, so I have a Matalans, some Morrisons, a Boots, which is a ginormous pharmacy. I can walk to a Lidl's and a Sainsbury's, which are 2 more supermarkets. I can walk to the High Street, which has lots of charity shops, and another Co-op supermarket. Oh, it has a Polish shop as well. So those are my choices. But yeah, we went to 2 big shops. Went to B&M and Home Bargains. Oh, I lied. We did pop into the Range as well. So 3. And I did make a big dent on some Christmas stuff. This year, everybody's really getting sort of like a treats hamper. So my son always likes a themed food hamper, and this is because up to the age of 10, he was allergic to everything on the planet. I was like, right, just going to pick, so I'm going to do some red in this bit. Yeah, really, really allergic to so much. Dairy, citrus, flavours, colourings and nuts. And thanks to him, I can cook, because I had to cook everything from scratch, because whenever you look at the back of any packets, everything has dairy, citrus, colourings, flavourings and nuts. Or at least one of them. So, yeah, fun. But now, at the age of 10, he grew out of it, which was absolutely amazing. I was so happy for him. And I think it was 70, yeah, 76 sky blue. A bit of this blue that I had here. Yeah. So, yeah, he likes to have like a themed food hamper so that you can try like different ones from like around the world. Like I've done him a Chinese hamper, well, Chinese and Japanese hamper. I've also done him a Polish hamper. But this year, because of my limitations on where I can actually get to, I'm doing him a around the world hamper. So in most supermarkets they have like a world food section, and so I'm just sort of like in the ones I can get to, sort of seeing what they've got and seeing what I can get for him. Then my brother-in-law and his family, just doing a treats hamper, so I'll get them, you know, like some wine, some beer, some, you know, snacks and sweets and biscuits and things. And they got a little one, so, you know, put some chocolate buttons or something like that in there for them. Something nice. Oh, she's looking alright. That looks like it's joining in, doesn't it? Like it joining around there. Oh, yes. Right, so we'll get the darker shades here. So I'm going to do the dark shades with the red. Generally, I like to colour, I colour everything before I do sort of shading, but I am very aware with the time clocking on. So I'm trying to get as much as I can to like show you, because I know that people like the block shading, so they just want to see how that's how it's done. So I'm just going in here with the darker red. This is a hoo-hoo marker. I find it's really good. It goes very well with this red that I've got from the Stationery Island. Basically, most everything I'm using, that was a lot of words for that, wasn't it? I'm using the Stationery Island markers today, mainly. So, yes, we've outlined that one. Then I'll just get my darker blue here to outline my... You can use anything that you've got a lighter and darker shade for, though. But do let them, if you're using the cheap alcohol markers, do let them dry in a bit, because otherwise they just completely blend in. Now, you might like that look, but I like the very prominent, definite, you know, outlining that you can see, so I don't want it to blend in too much. So there we go. gives it a bit of and then I need that one. Yeah. So yes, so that's what I'm doing there. Then my mother-in-law, she wants the Les Miserables DVD. I've got some treats to go with that. My husband wanted 2 bottles of alcohol. They're limited edition ones, and he wanted to try them both. Alcohol in our house comes to live forever and ever and ever. In my kitchen, I have like sort of like a breakfast bar bit, and at the end of it has like 2 shelves. On one of the shelves I thought, oh, do it like a little cocktail area, you know, put the glasses and put the bottles of alcohol. Well, last year I got a bottle of Malibu for Christmas and a bottle of Malibu for my birthday, which is January, so very close to Christmas. Right, what should we try and get done in the whole couple of minutes we've got left? I'm going to show you how I do the eyes. So, when I got eyes like this, I just join them up there. Because I don't like half eyes. And then what I do is I colour them all in with the black pen. I don't colour them with this one because the white does not sit well on it. So I colour it in with a proper alcohol marker. We'll let that dry. Now, technically, I suppose she should have brown eyes. But I'm not going to give her brown eyes because I favour blue eyes and green eyes. So she's going to have green eyes. So I've got a very light shade of green. Now, this is actually a pro marker that I'm going to use here because I do eyes and lips with pro markers because I like them better. Anyway, oh, I went too close to the black. That's what I mean. With the black outline, it drags it. I should let that dry a little bit. That's fine. What was I wittering on about? You find that at this age, you start forgetting what you're wobbling on about. Try not to get too close there. There we go. I can sort that smudgy bit out, but I am going to let that just dry a sec. What was I on about? I was on about... Oh, alcohol. Yep. Okay, so I got Malibu for Christmas and birthday. My husband got a bottle of JD for his birthday, which is March, and Christmas. And they're still on the shelf because we don't drink. I mean, when I used to go clubbing many years ago, I'd drink then. But I think I like the idea of drinking more than the actual drinking. So I like the idea, sit down in the evening and have a nice cocktail, a glass of wine, and then I'd rather have a cup of tea. So, as I said, alcohol comes to live at our house for a really, really long time. So, yeah, he wanted to try these 2 bottles. One was a Captain Morgan's pineapple and mango. So I've gone with a darker pro marker here. Go round the eye and then round the, can't remember what it's called, pupil, and then round there, so you get like a half moon. And come round here, same here, that should cover that. We're gonna make it cover it. And round like that. Yeah, so Captain Morgan, and also I think a Copperberg rum black cherry or something like that. So he really wants to try them, so I've got him those for Christmas. And as we know, they can stay in our house for, come to live now. We've given them a home for, you know, in the next few years, because they're not gonna go anywhere. Oh dear. And we're not so, well, at the moment we're not social, are we? But no, we're not social at the moment, so we don't really have any people coming around and drinking or anything. I just got to let that dry a little bit before I do the next one. It's just gonna sometimes you can't talk anymore. Right, let's reach for a white jelly roll. Yeah, that one. Right, so I'm just gonna put the little dot of light in her eye. There we go. So we've got a good part of this done. Takes a long time colouring, doesn't it? And I'm just going to do the dark here for that bit of eye, and dark here with a darker green, and same here. So we have 2 shades of green. So there, and then we just bring a very thin line round because we want the other green to still be there. Like this. If you have gone a bit too thick, you can always make the lighter green there. Right, let's just bring the emerald back. So, and if you see, and you can see it in the camera, it sort of gives it almost like a very light glowing effect. There. See what I mean? I can see it in the camera. She looks all shiny, shiny like marble eyes. Then, and that's how I do those type of eyes. There's obviously lots of different eyes that you can do. Right, I fancy what we were getting. We're at 28 minutes. 2 minutes. So we're going to do this bit blue. So that would definitely stand out against her eyes. Just waiting for that to dry, and then I'll show you what I do on the whites of our eyes. So go back. I get a number 1 grey, and at this bit here where our eyelids are, I put just a line of grey, and then that takes some of that white away. Just don't want it just white, and gives it a bit of shadow. So there you go, against her eyes. Right, blue, and then I fancy putting a bit of pink on her face. So she's going to have blue and pink, not the chisel end possibly. Oh, and over. There we go, that one on there. I think we just got time to do that last triangle. Right, don't want to get cut off this time. So, that's as far as we're going to get with this, peeps. But if you like this, please like, feel free to subscribe and comment. And I hope everybody is having a wonderful day, and I hope I haven't traumatised you with me druggy tales. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.